Warning! Graphic pest control video ahead. Do not watch if you might be offended. If, however, you really like watching pest control videos, then hello again and welcome to the Squirrel Hunter channel. Please continue and watch us as we control pest populations with silenced air rifles here in the UK. If you have any questions, can you please check the description below first to see if it's already been answered and for some useful links. Thank you. I'm at the local school to pick my youngest son up. I notice the sunset, so I give Bro a text. Do you fancy coming out doing some ratting tonight? Be rude not to. He's agreed. As I leave the house, I notice these starlings. They're all flocking up. We've seen much bigger flocks than this. You can probably hear it, the splattering. No one ever tells you this, but when they fly overhead, you get covered in guano. It's quite interesting to watch. I know they're a pest in America and other places. They're protected here. I've missed most of the flock this time. They've all dropped into the trees. Luckily enough, I live in suburbia. Lots of plants and trees in the back gardens, and they all nest up in there. I just thought it'd be interesting to show you. I do believe they're called a murmuration when they collect together like that. Little teardrops of them suddenly drop down into the trees. I can only imagine they do that if they've emptied their bowels all over our cars. But enough about that. Here's Bro, all geared up, ready for the rat session. This new Air Arms S510, it's not that new anymore. Shooting RWS Super Mag pellets, which I use a lot of as well. Do a very good job on the rats and rabbits as well, as it so happens. Here's my BSA R10 Mark II, the sniper cam on top of the MTC Taipan scope. There's a closer view of it. As you can see, I've mounted two IR torches on the top, one on the scope, one on the sniper cam, to provide the light. It's invisible to humans and animals, but the sniper cam camera can see it very well. When I see the eye shine, I know there's a rat or some other living creature there. And then if it's a rat, I try to stick this pellet in its brain, which does a very good job at super hollow point. Over to Bro, it's kicking off the evening. Not very well focused. The S510 and the Super Mag catch that rat straight in the top of the head. That's a bit of a kick about, that one does. The shot's good, despite the kicking about. Check the link in the description to Ted's video detailing why they do that. Sometimes when they get hit in the head, pellet's plenty big enough, you get the impact of a second pellet hitting another rat's skull. It's probably one of them ones you can't retrieve. It's the beauty of a pellet. Even if they sit in a nice little confined space, the pellet can go in there and take them out. So that's 2 for 2. Here's another opportunity. Just a pair of eyes into the shed. Quite clearly a rat. There's nothing else going to be under that shed like that. Not that size anyway. Sounds like a good shot. Difficult to see sometimes. All he could hit was the right area. Very often they'll kick outside. This is more like it. Went out in the open. Straight on headshot. Exactly the same response a squirrel gets. Does do a lot of damage a straight on shot. That one's managed to kick into there. There was a second rat. And Bro's just going to track it around, see if it presents itself for a shot. It's usually the way, as soon as you turn the camera off, one will stick his head into view. There he is, he's still there. Just got to be patient sometimes. There are wires in the way, but you can see them. If you line the crosshairs up on them, the pellet will go through. So they're no obstacle really. I'm guessing it's probably 20 or 30 mil between those bars, and the pellet's only 4.5. Quick scan about. And there's something over there. Possibly a rabbit, I think. He's come here to shoot rats, not rabbits. See if he can get some more opportunity here. Careful, there's a car. No good just shooting them anywhere. Wounding them's not what we want. The only trouble with being patient is sometimes it doesn't reward you. On this occasion it didn't. That was a rabbit. Bro's gone after it. And he's grossly underestimated the range. It's over 40 yards away, that is. As he found out after. It allows a little bit more for this time. Good shot, bro. Straight at the top of the head. I don't know why he didn't do that to start with, but never mind. You can see it well enough to shoot it. Good clean kill there. That'll be another one for our cousin, who absolutely loves these things to eat. Back after the rats again. Decidedly nervous. Got to do a lot of scanning sometimes until opportunity presents itself. No joy there. On the move again. Sounds like a good impact. And that one's running for the hills. No mess in there. That's more like it. There's a shot on. Quick head movement. Not fast enough that time. Good shooting, bro. Knock that one over. Those quick head movements can catch you out sometimes. You can see it lay there. Barely a move off that one. Quick scan back over here. Onto a different location. Wasted no time in shooting that one. Seems to be quite a popular area. It's gone for another wander. Straight on headshot. That's the way to do it, bro. Keep racking them up like that. Gotta keep the numbers in control here. Onto the sheds. Just got to line up on this one and then dry fire. Don't you just hate it when that happens? That's the big advantage of having a rapid. He's reloaded and waste no time in rolling that rat. Looks like quite a large one there. It's a good old kickabout. Then a bit of a fidget. And nothing else comes out. So off again. Wander around. Try and work out where this eye is in relation to these holes in the fence. If you just glanced there, you wouldn't see it. There we are. It's more like it. Stick your head up, son. And he's missed it. It do happen. There's a few in the hedgerow here. They are dug in quite hard. It's very often a good tactic to scan them, especially when the vegetation starts to die back. This one's having a bit of a panic attack. I do suspect Bro left his ballet shoes at home. Was maybe not so light on his feet as he could have been. Definitely an eye there. Looks like a pair of rat eyes. Not presenting much of a shot. He's forgone that one. Here's another shot that'll never be. The angle on that wire is far too tight. This is more like it. Did he hit it or didn't he? Still seems to be there. Difficult one to judge that. Maybe have a second shot. It's more like it. He definitely hit it that time. But it's still there. I'm pretty sure he's killed that one. Another set of eyes. Thinks it's safe. And it is. Looks like he's caught the edge of that. Bit of a frame by the look of it. More movement in the back of these sheds. That was the last rat Bro sees this evening. Unfortunately for him. And over to me. Here I am with the sniper cam. I found one out in the field. No messing with that one. 2-2. Super hollow point straight in the top of the head. And a bit of delayed reaction. Let's add a kick over to there. Bit of helicopter tail. I'm quite happy with that shot. No need for a second one. They do bleed out an awful lot, as well as the brain damage that the pellet causes. You can see there it lost a lot of blood. I spotted one right against the hedgerow again. As I said before, it's a good place. Talk about gross misjudgment. I shot right over the back of that one's neck then, hitting that bowl. So not very good. Can I redeem myself with the next shot? There we go, behind the wire. Line up on him. And caught that one just nice. The trouble with the long grass. Can't tell what happened, so I've had to go over and have a look. Now we have a nice head wound. I'll take a break now because the owner's turned up. The gun is unloaded. Plus I'm at the other end of the field pretty much. Just checking out the capabilities of the sniper cam at range. I haven't got enough IR really. It chops in away. And he's gone now. I'm back on it. Catch that one straight in the front of the face. Quickly reload. There we go. Quite a helpful kick. It's launched itself out the hole onto the surface so I can see that it's been hit properly. I need to rush over there. It's fell back down the hole now. There it is. Medium-sized rat. These are in the pens. I'll try and line up on the gap. Got the pellet to go through there just nice. Bit tight that one. And I found that rat okay. I will have a shot at this one if I can. I hit the wire then. The angle of that other wire was too steep, I think. I panicked it if nothing else. I hit that first rat pretty hard though. As you can see the amount of blood that comes out. Off for another wander. Spot this fella out in the field again. One of the pens. They always tend to run against structure if they can. And I dry fire. Might be able to detect a little fuff of frustration. Never happens with a rapid. 17-shot mag. When you fire the last shot, the bolt won't cycle. Will I get another go? Maybe. Nope. It's a bit of a odd jump. It disappears off. Go for another wander now. I'll spot this one out. So it's out in the middle of a field, this one. Feeling brave by the look of it. Just gonna wait for him to turn around to give me an opportunity for a shot. No point in shooting in the back end. Just run off injured. It's more like it. Right in the ear. Nice big fat one, that. You can see the blood. Big puddle on the floor there. No need for a second shot. So I switch the camera off and immediately have to switch it back on again. I spot this one galloping in from the hedgerow. Literally just shot that one. This one's ran straight in to lick the brains. Or the blood even. Come on son, sit still. That'll do. He goes the same way as his mate. Right in the top of the head that time. This one's not moving an awful lot at all. Usually wait for a second or two because there's usually some sort of kicking going on. Or just depends how you catch them, I think. Personally, I think the pellets can sever nerves sometimes, stop transmission of chaotic nerve activity, and other times they can do some damage and cause some manifests itself in different movement after the event. Sometimes on a rare occasion you get absolutely none at all. This type of thing pretty much indicates to me that the shot was a good one. Good solid impact with the 2-2 pellet at the top of the head. And there they are. You see the amount of blood that gushes out. That patch on the left was from the first. Caught this fella, sat up, wasted no time into shooting it in the side of the head. It's dropped out of sight. I can't see it for a second shot. Not that it needs one. Pretty much tell by the movement. That'll do. Quick go over. Barely move that one. You see this one in the bush. Already tracked it to here. And I've hit it straight in the head. That's in the bushes, that is. Like I said before, it's a useful place to go and shoot. You can see into the bottom quite easily. It's a bit of a struggle to get in there. If you look here, there's a rat. I've ringed all the thorns. Rather large and painful. Of course, when they come out, it makes it much easier. This one's come into one of the pens. It doesn't know I've seen him. And I'm tracking. All I'm doing now is waiting for opportunity. I keep the crosshairs on him. Eventually, he'll find some food, hopefully, and pause, and I can get a shot. He's doing that horrible thing where they scamper forward a few feet, then stop, and do it again. I do believe I quickly refocused there. Hello, what's he doing? He stopped for a drink, and that was the end of him. And a second target comes into view. And I miss him to the left and hit the mud. Thought for a second I'd hit him, and there he is, sticking his head back up again. He's wondering what went on. I saw an eye. It's more like it. Take another go at him, shall I? Yet again I miss. Hit the mud again, believe it or not. There was no blood anywhere around that area when I went to check. Only the first rat. I didn't get a still off the first shot, because I missed, but I did get one off the second. See the pellets just going to go past its head to the right there. And that was the first one. Didn't seem to bleed out that much, but there was definitely some blood. No mistake in that one. It's like a neck shot to me. Would have been aiming at the back of his head. But sometimes when you're on them sticks, you can wander about a little bit, depending where you stood. It's uneven ground. Tussocks of grass. Little divots. Slimy bits of mud. Sometimes keeping your footing isn't so good. But I'll take that. Another rat down. And quickly zoom out there. Go back into scan mode. And there it is. Didn't bleed out too much. There's Bro with his Elmer Fudd hat on again. Down the other end of the field. I'm having another coffee break. And when I come back into the middle bit, I panicked a few rats. And the water bowser in the middle. No point in taking a snapshot at these until they sit still. Far too agitated. And tut in there. That's more like it. No problem. Straight in the top of the head. And you can see the blood trickling down the mud there. They do bleed out well. We smashed the skull. Never tried it on these. I can't imagine their skull's any thicker than a squirrel's, which is actually quite thin, really. Pellets have no problem whatsoever in punching straight through and out the other side. I was hoping that one at the back would stick his head further forward. But a headshot's no good if you shoot him through the nose. It constitutes a wounded rat, and we don't want to do that. He appears to have taken the hint and disappeared. Quite annoying sometimes. Turn the camera off and they come back. I give up on that. Go and check him out and retrieve him. To take a picture of the amount of blood that came out of this one. Pretty gory. Just goes to show the pellets are well up to the task. Taking out a small animal like a rat. Let's put this one in the hedgerow. It's quite open at the bottom. It's difficult to get a bead on them sometimes. In that instance, it stood still long enough and slotted the pellet in there. It's another one I couldn't retrieve. We can't help that sometimes. I'm pretty sure he'll probably get eaten by the other rats. There we have it. My bucket on the left and Bruv's on the right. It's all the ones we could retrieve. Wasn't a bad session after all. And there's a rabbit Bruv took with the S510, which is greatly received by our cousin. We have a new addition to the team. He's not really that new actually, although he is younger than me. And he got me into air rifling some 20 plus years ago. He should be hitherto known as Bruv, as opposed to Bro. This is his permission. There he is, trying desperately hard to give up cigarettes by smoking on one of those vapor things. And that's his feeder on the edge of a 400-acre wood, which he pretty much hopes he's going to break the family record with. And there it is, full as an egg. And he set up his trail cam. And he's already got squirrels on there. This is a bit of footage I've managed to appropriate off him. As you can see, a lot of wildlife here. Even get a bit of squirrel shenanigans going on. He's hopefully going to shoot this and get lots of good footage. Here's a jay having a free feed, and it even works at night. I have got one myself and I should really use it more often. Bruv has a range of weapons, but for this feeder he'll probably be using his caliber cricket in 177. He does like this rifle a lot and rates it very highly, shooting the GSP exact heavies. His favourite spot he likes to shoot on the farm itself is up in these hay bales. He gets up there behind that stanchion, behind a bit of scrim netting, being careful not to fall down inside there. Can be quite dangerous. Like I said, he has a number of weapons. This is his Steyr 6.5 by 55. Yes, we can own proper rifles in this country, and Bruv does own one, which he uses for fox and deer. There it is, beautiful looking rifle. I'll show you some specs in a minute. There it is. Take what you want from that. I'm not going to read it out. And that's the Burris scope that sits on top of it. Here's a bit of footage of him in action. When you're ready. And it's a smoking piece of kit. The bullet gets the other side of the field in no time, which is quite useful when he's trying to protect these chickens against the attentions of Mr. Fox. They do come in at lambing time and also try to take the odd chicken, which annoys the owner greatly. So Bruv comes out with it and sorts them out. And here he is, sat up in there, just checking it over with a red light. There's a view from the field. There's his hay bales. This is a telegraph pole in the middle of the field. He uses rimfire to shoot crows out here. Quite a good spot that. Very difficult to see anybody up in the darkness. It's the owner's house. And that direction is where his woodland is. There he is with his rimfire. That's what he uses for the crows. Here's some information on that. Again, pause it and read it as you will. And that was the MTC Genesis on top of that one, I do believe. There he is, showing me his bullets. Some are soft nose and some are target ones used for zeroing. We had a bit of a zeroing session this day as he showed me the capabilities. There they all are in his little pouch. And the two rifles side by side. It's a lovely day for it. It's It's a beautiful permission, and you'll have to comment if you want to see more of these rifles in action as opposed to the air rifles, and maybe even some more of this cat. The farm cat is a very nosy cat. He's come to have a look. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like, subscribe and share. Thank you.